Inside the sweltering sauna, Qi Cheng felt that every breath he took was accompanied by a large amount of hot steam, which made his throat and lungs feel burning and uncomfortable. Sauna rooms are a traditional feature in furry bathhouses, and almost every bathhouse in the north has one. So this was nothing new to him, a native northerner. It translates to orc through my app, but I think that just is furry. Or beast. Beast bathhouses is a better translation. The reason he felt his face turn red was not only because he was in the sauna, but also because the two men in front of him. Oh.
Yeah?
After they entered the sauna, they only looked at each other for a while, and Qi Cheng assumed they were acquaintances. But who knew they suddenly hugged each other? They went in as a male guest, right? Or maybe they're just close friends and the two of them are being particularly enthusiastic, right? I understand there is such etiquette. However, after an embrace, the two suddenly began to kiss passionately. Huh? That's not right. That's incredibly rude, and you shouldn't be doing something like that in a semi-public space like a sauna. Did they overdo the sauna and start hallucinating? Looking at the scene before him, Qi Cheng felt an indescribable awkwardness and heat that made him want to escape as soon as possible, yet he also wanted to stay a little longer. He glanced to the side, trying to observe the reaction of others, but what confused him more was that the people who had been peacefully enjoying the sauna were starting to get restless, each searching for their own prey. Only the tabby-beastman sitting opposite him, whose face he couldn't see clearly, trembled and showed the same surprised expression as Qi Cheng. It's like Dorster's dream. What? Oh, it's glitchy text. Qi Cheng, it's time to go to the studio. The rooftop is set against the backdrop. Rooftop is framed by a hazy oil painting and a watercolor backdrop. A person is speaking to Qi Cheng in a voice that is sometimes near and sometimes far, and the voice is erratic, as if it is being directly spoken into Qi Cheng's own mind. He wanted to reach out to the man, but the world around him suddenly began to melt, like an icicle in the middle of summer, and even the ground beneath his feet became soft and powerless. He looked down below him, lay a checkerboard patterned, black and white abyss. The ground beneath Qi Cheng's feet collapsed and the man's hand drifted further and further away from him. Unable to hold on to the warmth that person had given him any longer, Qi Cheng began to fall relentlessly. Well, Qi Cheng shuddered violently, waking up from his known nightmare. The regular rumble of the train pulled him back to reality, and in a daze he realized he was still on the train on his way home. He stood up and walked to the connecting area between the carriages, stretched his hands and feet, which were cold due to poor blood circulation, and looked out the window of the unique scenery of the northern plains to calm his mind. I think I just dreamt about my high school days again. It's probably because I'm going back to my hometown, which I haven't visited in 2 years. As the saying goes, what you think about during the day is probably what you dream about at night. I've been working like a slave in a small city in the south for ages, never even having time to go home for the new year. What a miserable life I've been living. Fortunately, I was laid off recently, but I still have number 1 and N+1 to receive. I lost a lot of my savings, so at least I can enjoy myself in my hometown for a while. Stop thinking about those bad things and think about happy things instead. Thinking of this, Qi Cheng took out his phone and sent a group message to his friends back home. Husky Lion, I am back. Stinky Husky. Oh, you finally came back, you rascal. It's only been 2 years since I last saw you. How come you suddenly have free time? Are you on annual leave? No, I was laid off. Ha ha ha, this happens all the time now. I've been laid off before, it's nothing. You were just working at a friend's shop and then you two had a falling out and you quit, right? Don't expose my secrets. But it's okay to be laid off. Take this time to rest. I'll treat you to a welcome back dinner. I know a newly opened bathhouse and it's even... Bathhouse? What is it? You'll see when you get there. Anyway, it's very cheap. What does the... Oh, I just took a screenshot. I took a screenshot. The last time we chatted was at the buffet when we said goodbye. It's been so long. We usually chat in multiplayer game groups, and we've almost forgotten about this discussion group that was just for the 3 of us. The lion and the husky, they haven't changed at all. The station announcement pulled Qi Cheng from his reverie. He looked at the electronic screen inside the carriage. There was only 2 stops left before he reaches his destination. After getting off the train, Qi Cheng felt the slightly sweltering air of his hometown and that familiar smell. How should I put it? This is what you call the scent of one's homeland, isn't it? Although most stations look the same when you first exit them, as long as you smell the air and feel the wind, it's like your home. He carried his suitcase and followed the crowd out the station. As soon as he stepped outside, he couldn't help but marvel at how time had passed. My day's going great, Mandy Gardner, thank you for asking. How about you? Has the train station in my hometown been renovated? It was a crowded, dilapidated little station when I left, but now it's clean and spacious. Unfortunately, no one came to pick him up. so he was inevitably a little lonely. I already told my parents on WeChat, but since it's a weekday, they can't come. They just said they would reimburse my taxi fare. I've been working for 2 years already. They don't even need to reimburse this even small expense, really. They don't even bother to check if their eldest son has changed. Qi Cheng hailed a ride-hailing car and returned to his familiar neighborhood. Even in the north, summer temperatures aren't much better. The short walk from where he got out of the ride-hailing car to his home was enough to soak Qi Cheng's shirt with sweat. I guess that translates to taxi. It's so hot. Ugh. Summers on the north aren't cool at all. There's not even a breeze today. After finally making it to his doorstep, Qi Cheng was searching through the shoe cabinet where he had hidden the key when he heard a mechanical female voice. Qi Cheng then realized that his family had already been replaced with a smart lock. No, the front door, not his family. You know what I mean. His family has been replaced by a smart lock. After a moment of release, he asked his mother for the door lock code via WeChat, and finally returned to his familiar surroundings. My little room is exactly the same as it was back then, which shows that my mother cleans it regularly. Wait, what is this? My old sketchbooks, drawing paper and other tools are all piled up in a corner. The way these items are piled up don't look like they're going to be thrown away, it looks more like tidying up. Mum, why did you bring out all my art supplies for my room again? I didn't mean they were all wrong. Qi Cheng stopped hammering, suddenly feeling a sense of lingering fear, as if he was pulled back from the brink of disaster. I thought Cheng would have time after you came back, might be interested. Mum will have everything packed up for you when she gets home tonight. You can just leave it there. No, I could do it myself, thank you, Mum. He brought over a large box and put them back one by one. But touching these odd things inevitably evokes some memories. The stack of sketch paper was brought on a whim at the mall, and there were a few tubes of paint in this box that the friend had lent me. I remember I had time to return them. I miss those days so much, I really got scolded by my teacher for this assignment. It's a journal I made for my classmate. I even have this, it brings back so many memories. As Qi Cheng continued flipping through the old items, a slightly yellowed sketchbook caught his eye. The sketchbook was a birthday gift from Weigan. He also said something like, I don't like these formalities, we've always just eaten cake together, and that's it. This time, I only gave you a gift because you insisted on it. Qi Cheng turned to a page where Weigan still offered a reluctant birthday blessing. He reminds me of someone in this voice chat, Dorster.
What?
Someone who keeps giving gifts because people keep asking for them.
Oh my god.
You need to stop giving people free things. Qi Cheng turned to a page and there was a birthday cake drawn by Weigan with the words Happy Birthday Xiao Che written on it. Aha, that idiot, he was so unhappy writing it, but he still sent it, didn't he? Qi Cheng looked at the sketchbook for a long time, and finally made up his mind. He put the sketchbook into his box and then sealed it with tape. It's all over. It's Jova. After tidying up his things, he looked at his sweat-soaked shirt and decided to go into the bathroom to take a shower. Damn. Better keep that shirt. But when he turned on the tap, there was only a trickle of water and the sound of blockage in the pipe. He was just about to call his mother when he discovered that he received a message from her in a phone's chat window. Sorry, I can't help but laugh when I thought of that, because why would you? That sweat-filled shirt is in danger. Cheng, I forgot to tell you there's a major water outage in our area today. If you want to take a shower, go to a public bathhouse in another area. If you're thirsty, there's bottled water in the fridge. Drink less sweet water when it's hot.
August,
Yeah,
you're gay.
I know.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Who had just gone to the kitchen to get a Coke, had no choice but to put it back after seeing the message. As expected of my mum, it's like there are hidden cameras in the house, monitoring me every move. I sound like a pirate then. Qi Cheng turned around, intending to go back to his room and find a new shirt from the closet. Just then, he suddenly remembered the bathhouse his friend had recommended to him on the train. Oh my god, I skipped the text too fast! Where is that bathhouse? It's a newly opened bathhouse. The grooming service is excellent. If you don't feel comfortable after washing, remember to compensate me for the grooming fee. Qi Cheng opened the location He had sent him, then hailed a taxi, made a few quick preparations and headed out. Okay, oh no wait, it's because I'm highlighting over that, right? Yeah, that's why, okay. Bathhouses. There weren't any bathhouses south where I worked. There weren't any bathhouses. People weren't used to being naked and exposed in the bathhouse. That means it's been 2 years since I've taken good care of myself. I have not had a bath for 2 years.
Stinky. Stinky stink.
The familiar stuffiness of the bathhouse and the scent of toiletries created a familiar environment for him. He took off his shirt, which was now damp with sweat, and a comfortable sense of liberation allowed him to relax from head to toe. As he entered the familiar pre-bath passage, staff members greeted him. Qi Cheng had gotten used to the bathing preparations required for beasts with long hair like himself, while short-haired or hairless beasts had it much easier to bathe each time. It's only at times like these that I feel a bit envious of beastmen like sharks, killer whales, and dragons. Oh. Hello! I can help you comb out the tangles for free. Maybe I shouldn't have said it like that, but I think it's more seductive.
It's a bathhouse, not a freaky house.
You need any of our services. We also have a grand opening promotion recently with 20% off hair removal, massage, and essential oil treatments. If you're a beastman or furry, and you would not go for hair removal. Qi Cheng glanced at the price list of the set meals, from top to bottom, from the most expensive to the cheapest, and finally, his gaze settled on the second line. This is troublesome. Please do a full package of the beast service. Okay? It's good to have brought back a small sum of money. I'm going to enjoy myself today. After a thorough grooming session, Qi Cheng comfortably stroked his soft fur before heading into the bathroom area. Warm water sprayed from the shower head onto Qi Cheng's body, and he sighed contently, relieved to be able to cool off in the sweltering summer heat. There was also public shower gel and shampoo under each tap. Qi Cheng was washing his hair while thinking about the friend who had invited him. No, that husky kid is the only one who talks a lot of nonsense. He's always been the type to embellish whatever comes to mind. Although the haircutting service was pretty good, they said offering a 20% discount for the grand opening, but it was a bit more expensive than the bathhouse near my home. After taking a bath, Qi Cheng soaked comfortably in the large pool for a while. He did a stretching exercise that feelings love, and then looked at the sauna in the distance. Doing this in the big pool is definitely the best. I'll go to the sauna later and work up a good sweat. I wonder what he's about to see in the sauna. With that thought in mind, he walked into the sauna. The stuffy, cramped sauna room contrasted sharply with the clean, bright exterior. A strange smell wafted over, mixed with humid air, and even the glass was frosted. Oh my god. Okay, my hand hurts. The dim light and fog made him pause for half a second, but he soon heard a man's voice. Please close the door. Oh, okay, sorry. Qi Cheng then noticed there was a beast sitting inside, and because he had been staring at the sauna for so long, he hadn't closed the door and the heat had escaped. Just after closing the door, Qi Cheng found a seat and sat down. The fog made it impossible for him to see the beast's face clearly, but they could vaguely make out the outline of his figure. Robust. That was Qi Cheng's first impression. The man was sitting on a wooden chair. His calf muscles were clearly defined, and his thighs were also incredibly thick. I think I know where this is going. His tail was drooping to the side, and it even had patterns on it. It was probably a tiger beastman. Doss, this is your type. A mix of nostalgia and sadness welled up in Qi Cheng's heart. He dared not look up again, afraid that people would think he was looking at others with dirty eyes, even though that was not his intent. Qi Cheng, who was usually afraid of the heat, only dared stay in the sauna for 5 minutes before slinking away. But today he stayed there for quite a while, which is unprecedented for him. To be in a sauna with a mysterious muscular man who evokes memories of the past, that's really... what is this, really? But after he leaves, I should hurry out. While appreciating beautiful bodies is nice, I'm not that very heat tolerant. After a while, more people entered the sauna. The others were either very thin or very overweight. It's not translated.
I wish you could, I really wish you could stream it so I could help you with the voice acting.
Everyone who came in stared at the tiger beastman opposite Qi Cheng with strange looks as if they were vultures eyeing a piece of fat meat. How long is he going to steam this? I arrived later than him, but he doesn't seem to be leaving. Just as Qi Cheng was about to become dizzy. Okay, it's not translating. Let me move my microphone a bit. Just as Qi Cheng was about to become dizzy from the steam, the door of the sauna suddenly opened and another person entered the dark little sauna. Qi Cheng, on the other hand, was like a fish that hadn't seen water in a long time and quickly went to the door to breathe some fresh air, but only for a short while. The person who had entered in through the fog-free doorway, and Qi Cheng was able to get a general idea of their appearance. There was a middle-aged bull beastman, somewhat overweight and out of shape, who was talking to himself as soon as he came in. Oh crap, I just skipped that. As soon as the bullman entered the sauna, he looked at the well-proportioned individual next to him. The two exchanged and the man named Joshua nodded. They suddenly hugged each other, and not hugging wasn't enough, so they stuck their tongues to lick each other's kisses. This is already going freaky from the start, okay? Apart from Qi Cheng and the tiger-like beastman opposite him, everyone in the sauna didn't care about it and even started looking away for their own prey and began to explore each other. After cuddling with the leopard beastman for a while, the bull beastman plopped down next to the tiger beastman. At first, the tiger beastman moved aside, but the bull beastman pressed himself against him. He actually reached out to the tiger beastman, whom Qi Cheng didn't even dare look up at, and grabbed his tail. Oh, there he appears. What are you doing? Take your hand away, okay? The tiger beastman's voice was low and tinged with anger. He stood up and moved to sit near Qi Cheng. If this person is him, would I just let it go? Rather, it's more like someone unwillingly harassed right in front of me and I... Oh, don't be shy. You've got a really great body. Let me touch it. What the hell is going on here?
Oh no!
The bull beastman, shameless as ever, moved closer to the tiger beastman, and this time Qi Cheng couldn't sit still any longer. Even though the tiger beastman next to him was just a stranger, and even though they seemed to be the odd one out in this space, Qi Cheng somehow mustered the courage to reach out and make a gesture of refusal. If he doesn't want to, why keep bothering him? The tiger man, who seemed about to rise, paused in the moment in the mist and nodded. The bull beastman still shamelessly tried to get closer, then this time Qi Cheng directly pulled the tiger beastman's hand and stood up. Let's go. Although Qi Cheng couldn't see the tiger beastman's expression, the tiger beastman was clearly taken aback for the moment, but still followed Qi Cheng out to the sauna, leaving only a sighing Minotaur behind. What's going on? Turns out they're a young couple. Why are they sitting so far apart? The moment Qi Cheng stepped out the sauna, he felt as he had been reborn. The cool air blowing in his face swept away the confusion in his mind, and the rapid drop of body temperature made him feel relaxed. Then there was embarrassment. I don't know why, but I made a decision for a stranger just now and even led them by the hand. Oh my god, I dare not look back. Qi Cheng let go of his hand and then pretended to be calm and walked forward, wanting only to wash himself clean as possible so he could escape from here. Qi Cheng? The deep voice that sounded somewhat familiar from the beginning, and the fact the other person called his name made Qi Cheng turn around. Then he saw that familiar saber-toothed tiger. He had nearly 6 years since they last met. He still couldn't recognize that distinctive canine tooth and the expression on his face. His childhood friend, his best art studio classmate from high school, who are you calling? Qi Cheng tried to play dumb to avoid the question, but Wei Chen threw at him, but Wei Chen smiled back and patted Qi Cheng on the shoulder. Okay, stop pretending. Looking at your silly face, there's no doubt you would not know me. You've been pretending not to recognize me for so many years. It's like Dorster and Tanner.
Wow, okay.
Not try. Saying that you've mistaken me for someone else tactic had failed, Qi Cheng immediately switched to, oh, it's you tactic. It's really you. I can't believe I ran into you here. I thought you'd settled down in the south and visited every year for Chinese New Year. When I visit, she always says, you're not coming back this year. Wei Chan suddenly hugged him openly. This is the kind of behavior between old friends who hadn't seen each other for 6 years and should have been normal. But since he was only wearing a towel, Qi Cheng startled and quickly dodged away. Is this really the Wei Chen I know? He should be the kind of person who is more taciturn and introverted. But now it's still wet. I don't think that's what it was, but okay. But being wet like this now isn't so bad in fact. But why is he here? This place exactly looks like that bathhouse. Could it be that without my knowledge, it had already become? Qi Cheng stood there for a moment, not knowing what to do. After coming out of the sauna, he finally saw his mostly naked body that was still wet. His body, still damp, had become much more muscular than in high school. And if you looked down a bit further... Look down a bit further, what? What are you talking about? Oh, Qi Cheng only caught a glimpse of fine hairs on Wei Chan's firm abs before shyly looking away. Qi Cheng only returned today? Yes, I just got back. What's wrong? Why are you shuddering like this? Did you use steam for too long? Your face is so red. I translate. I arrived home today, but the water was cut off, so I had to come here and then... Qi Cheng became increasingly embarrassed as he spoke and then quickly ran to the bathroom. I need to go to the toilet. Oh, you in such a hurry? Wei Chen watched Qi Cheng's retreating figure and smiled, and sighed before returning to the shower head to continue rinsing his body. Qi Cheng, who rushed to the toilet stall, was far from calm. He never expected to see Wei Chen there. I ran into Wei Chen, whom I hadn't seen in a long time. And he'd become so unrestrained. Why was he in a place like this? Besides, his muscles were so much bigger than before. Oh, no, I can't think about this anymore. Calm down, I need to calm down. Qi Cheng, who forced himself to calm down in the bathroom, probably spent more than 10 minutes recalling the shameful moments of his life before finally calming himself down and walking out of the store. During this period, he also did a lot of mental preparation, perhaps because the relationship came back so quickly and so well, he found it difficult to calm down for a while. After all, ever since high school, I've had vague feelings for Weigan. But when Qi Cheng came out the bathroom, he found that Weigan was no longer in the shower area. He furtively searched the changing room but didn't see Weigan. He glanced again at the large bathing pool, but Weigan wasn't there either. Bro, you just missed your opportunity. Think of this, Qi Cheng quickly dried himself off. Just as he was putting on his clothes, he realized that his handkerchief was still wet when he came out. Oh, he never disappeared actually. Why are you leaving without saying goodbye? Well, are you in such a hurry? I thought you had already left before I was done. I just ran into that weird guy who was bothering me, so I didn't get to finish my sauna session. I see the sauna room was empty now, so I went back in and did it again. Not right. Weigan, you're incredibly resistant to steaming, and you dared to go back? Oh right, I haven't thanked you for helping me out of that situation. Qi Cheng's face immediately turned bright red after receiving Weigan's praise. He immediately turned his head away from Weigan and continued. Well, that was nothing, just a small favor, and after all, doing that in the sauna all of a sudden? Weigan stroked his chin as if thinking, but seeing that Qi Cheng didn't respond, he opened his locker and put his towel into the bath basket. By the way, we haven't had each other's contact information yet. Shall we add each other as friends now? Weigan took out his phone, but Qi Cheng hesitated for a moment. If they were the old Qi Cheng, he would have naturally be eager to agree immediately. When Qi Cheng returned home for a winter break after his freshman year of college, he turned from his mother that Weigan's parents had divorced, and that Weigan's family had sold their house that year. After that, the two mothers kept in touch with each other, and Qi Cheng would occasionally hear about Weigan from his mother, such as that he was working odd jobs in other cities during college and did not come home during winter and summer vacation. During these 4 years, Qi Cheng thought they had gone to different paths, so he chose to slowly forget his two childhood sweethearts from next door. But now, after already experiencing that incident that Qi Cheng himself didn't want to mention and the awkwardness in the bathhouse just now, he didn't want to have any further contact with Weigan. Xiao, what's wrong? Weigan's hand, holding the phone, remained frozen for a long time, and his expression gradually became somewhat disappointed. Having not heard a friend call him that for many years, Qi Cheng closed his eyes, sighed, and took out his phone. Oh, now it's alright, scan me. Qi Cheng had just added Weigan on WeChat, and when he saw Weigan's nickname, he paused for a few seconds and his smile immediately froze on his face. Yuqian Art Training School, unfinished. Yes, what a loser. You chose to become an art studio teacher right after graduation. It's a bit embarrassing that you read your WeChat name out in its entirety. But in that instant, Qi Cheng felt as if his heart was a jumbled mess of spices, a mixture of sweet, sour, bitter, spicy, and salty flavors, leaving him speechless. You've become an art teacher? Despite his passion for painting, he failed his college art entrance exam while Weigan passed it smoothly and even became a painting instructor. The unspeakable emotion brewed within Qi Cheng's heart, but he couldn't even find a precise word to describe it. It's just not about making a living. I could draw the same old things every day, mainly teach art for exams. The students are quite a handful. Congratulations. Despite offering words of blessing, Weigan noticed that the tabby cat-beastman in front of him was far more composed than his polite words suggested. How about we go out for dinner tomorrow, together? It's been so long since we last met. I'd known you for so long. We should really catch up. Hey, tomorrow? Wouldn't that be too abrupt? After all, tomorrow is still work day. I don't know if you'll be busy. I just pressed space thinking it would show all the text, but it already showed. Weigan smiled awkwardly. For an adult, the meaning of I'll contact you when I have time couldn't be clearer. Are you going home later? I just happened to drive here. Can I give you a ride? Oh, what, really? I didn't expect Weigan to have a car. Are art studio teachers making that much money? Yes, I remember the way to your house very well after all. We'll set off after I change my clothes. Cheng's brain possessed so much information at once, and they got dressed and walked out the bathroom together. In a daze, Weigan had already paid Qi Cheng's bathe fee. I think we'll leave it as a cliffhanger. Okay, I'll see you all next time. Have an amazing day, everybody. Bye-bye.